He'll be either the undisputed heavyweight champion of the world or the former champion of the world. The battle with Luger is just around the corner.
Well, Jim Ross, I'm going to take this opportunity. Uncharacteristically, I'm going to take this opportunity to put my life and Lex Luger's life in the right perspective right now. I stand before the world, the best wrestler alive, denoted by the fact that I've got a gold belt that makes me the world's heavyweight wrestling champion, whether you like it or not. It's the bottom line. Lex Luger, the most awesome physical specimen to ever come along in my sporty days, presents what everybody tells me is the greatest challenge to my throne, my world, my kingdom. The kingdom meaning the squared circle, the wrestling ring of the best there is. And you see, Luger, the bottom line now is, pal, all that awesome physical ability and all that talk and all that muscle are secondary. Now, you, my friend, have got to dig down inside, and you've got to show me that you're more man than I am. You got to walk that aisle like Dusty Rhodes said, and you got to clear your gut of those butterflies, and you got to rise to the occasion that'll make you number one. Either you got it or you don't got it. It's put up or shut up. And Luger, don't blow any smoke my way, pal. I know I'm the best. I've paid the price. Now we're going to find out if you're ready to bleed, if you're ready to get scarred up. We're going to find out firsthand if you, like Dusty Rhodes, are ready to pay the price. Ask Dusty Rhodes. He's been there. He's been a champion. He knows what it is to be the bottom line. Now, Luger, you got to show me and show the world. But let me say one thing. Nobody will determine my destiny in this sport but me. So, pal, bury me or do nothing at all.
Wrestling's greatest battle is just around the corner, and we'll have more action right after this timeout.
We had a whole lot of superstars on this stage here tonight. But I want y'all to know one thing. This is my house. And when I say who's house,
word attack skills and vocabulary too. Cover hits in this edition, it's all brand new. You're through. I'm interplanetary like Doctor Who. So who?
Fuck your beef, no relief. I step on stage, girls scream like I'm Keith.
So, you know, when you think you messed around and press record, and you think you've recorded 35 to 40 minutes of some of the best podcasting work you have ever done. Like, you felt like you was on fire. You felt the flames. You felt like you really was in the groove. And you didn't record jack shit. Welcome to the second round of Ringtime Pro Wrestling, the first round that you go here. Keisha, our first show of 2016. Keisha, say hi to the people.
Hello. What's going on, people? My introduction is going to be totally different from it was originally. I'm just going to say hey and keep moving because that was a little too much information the last time. So I'm good. Yeah, we're going to do it different this time, Keith. I'm just saying.
I just couldn't believe that none of it was recorded. And it's like, I hit record, and it's my fault. Totally my fault. I hit record, and I didn't go back to see if I knew the program had acted up before. And next thing you know, when I go to hit stop for the break, it's like, we don't have nothing. Not damn word. Okay. Besides all that, wonderful opening week of wrestling in 2016. If we don't know anything about 2016, I know it's going to be busy. Yeah. I know Ringtime Pro Wrestling has a lot of freaking work to do. If we go energize our commitment to get involved back in the indies, and be around a lot of these Georgia shows and keep up with the big boys, we got a lot of work to do. 3 hours on Monday, 2 hours on Tuesday, an hour on Wednesday. Maybe if you can get to the 2 hours on Thursday again, I don't know. A lot going on, right?
Right.
New Japan kicked this year off with Incredible Wrestle Kingdom pay-per-view. The following night with their opening New Year's show was incredible. Not gonna go all into it on this show. Saving it for a special show Sunday called the New Japan Report, where I pretty much will go through and pick it apart. I'll talk about what I think is the future of New Japan, what's going to happen with these rumors that's popping with the WWE, which will also be discussed in depth in this episode of Ringtime Pro Wrestling. So be prepared. We're going to give y'all as much audio and written work as possible. If you go to the new ringtimeprowrestling.com website, there's an article about the rumors and my thoughts of who's doing what. There'll be another article coming up shortly about the debut of TNA. But if you don't feel like reading, hey, that's what this show's for, because we're going to go all into TNA also in the second part of this show. So, without further ado, Keith, did I tell you to say hi to the people?
You did.
Okay.
This time, you did.
This time, I did. I missed it last time, which don't even fucking matter, because nobody heard it.
Right.
Also, disclaimer, don't know how much I'm cussing this episode. I was cussing the previous 35 minutes, and don't be an irresponsible parent that had this old laugh around your kids. You might want to preview it before you start putting this on in the car. That being said, let's get into this thing called wrestling. WWE first Raw of the year. Not a lot changed, Keish. Not a lot changed on that front. We open up the show. It's Steph. It's Roman. We're gonna talk. If I hadn't watched Raw for maybe 2 or 3 weeks, only thing I would know is difference is that Roman got the belt. Not a lot really has changed. Keish, we had a main event. Vince McMahon was the ref. He took Sheamus for the world title against Roman. Also, today's episode, not really going to go down the card and break down the show in the time slots. We're going to jump around. We're going to hit our points, and we're going to be in and out of this piece. Right?
Got it.
So, you know, Roman and Steph, do they exchange? Oh, my daddy Vince is going to be here. Vince shows up. Vince going to be the ref.
Right.
Vince going to try to destroy Roman. Keish, I just got off the phone with 1999. They said they doing good. They say they enjoy the Prince song. They laughing at people were still tripping over the Y2K thing. But 1999 is a little upset.
Exactly.
It would like his wrestling back. It is pissed that 2016 has decided, and then in 2015, both decided to take his wrestler from it.
Right.
And it is here because I'm watching this, and the only thing I see, Keish, is, hey, how's Stone Cold going to overcome this one? Stone Cold go try to stop, Vince.
Right.
It's like, I like Roman Reigns. I think he's incredibly talented, Keish. But do we need this much to get him over?
That's what I'm saying.
If we do.
I don't think you do.
If we do, he's not the guy.
He's not.
He's not the guy if we need this much to get him over. Also, at the expense of what? Because who else is getting over in any of this?
Exactly.
Sheamus not getting over. The League of Nations aren't getting over. Because guess what? They're puppets. They are in the strings of the McMahons. They don't act with any autonomy. So they're not, and they're not getting the best of anybody. They get their ass whooped every week. So
exactly.
You watch it, and They do the, hey, Vince is the ref. We're going to screw Roman. I know Roman's not going to lose the title in 2 weeks. So what happens? Yada, yada, yada. Ref bump. Yada, yada, yada. Another ref bump.
Right.
Then we get the third ref. He counts. Roman wins. Vince gets mad at the ref. Then he gives us the plot twist that is supposed to carry us. And I think they're just writing themselves into a corner. At Royal Rumble, Roman Reigns will be defending the world title against everybody. He's going to defend it in the Royal Rumble match. There won't be a title defense. No, he will defend the title in the Royal Rumble match against all 29 other wrestlers. And the winner walks out, is not going to WrestleMania to face the champ, but probably will be headed to WrestleMania as the champ.
That's crazy.
Changes the whole dynamic structure of it.
Exactly.
Also, Brock Lesnar will be back Monday to announce that he's going to be in the Royal Rumble. Spoiler
of course he is. Of course
Spoiler alert. He's going to be in the Royal Rumble. So, how will this all play out? I don't necessarily know. Also, I don't know how this sets up a WrestleMania match, right?
Right.
Possibly Brock wins, Roman invokes the rematch clause, it takes place at WrestleMania. We are back to where we were at the beginning of the year with the reboot, right?
Right.
We know Seth Rollins is out, and out for a significant amount of time, so he's not available. Other than that, I mean, we gotta get there. We gotta get home. Now, Roman could lose the belt at Royal Rumble and then figure out a way to get his title match back at Elimination Chamber, which will take place in February. Because we're going to go February with Elimination Chamber. We're probably going to go dead in the month of March, and then April will start WrestleMania. So, we got to have a compelling storyline going into Elimination Chamber. So, possibly sell it off what we got as a main event for WrestleMania at the Royal Rumble. I don't know, Keish. I really don't know.
You're not gonna know, but trust it's an interesting situation right now, considering all the factors that have been put in place. With Seth gone right now and not knowing who exactly is going to be in the title picture, you know, wholeheartedly, you really just can't. I can't personally predict how this is going to end up because, I mean, it's changing and it can continue to change to the point where you just can't give a guess. You just really just have to. The prediction factor in this is now completely thrown. That's my personal opinion. Like, trying to actually put a handle on how this is going to go, that's gone. That's really gone to me. Because WrestleMania is coming up fast, and we don't know who's going to be the champion at this point.
Oh, I'm gonna give you an interesting fact. WrestleMania 31. I'm gonna give you a list of everybody who walked out with a title at WrestleMania 31 1 year ago, right? Less than a year ago. Seth Rollins left as world champ. John Cena left as United States champ. Daniel Bryan left as Intercontinental champ. Nikki Bella left as Divas champ. Tyson Kidd and Cesaro left as tag team champions. Guess what? Every last one of them have in common right now.
They're all of them are inactive.
Correct.
All of them are inactive at this point.
All are out injured. So, and none of them promised to be back before WrestleMania.
Right.
So, yeah, that's where we are right now. Hot Steven Pile of Bucky Doo.
Exactly.
I don't get a lot of it. Actually, they throw out a lot at Roman, trying to make him the man. And let's say he wins the Royal Rumble. I don't know what you do after that. I don't know what makes the obstacle. The only obstacle in his way now is got to be Brock. Like, we got to come back to Brock. And maybe he gets a chance to defeat Brock again. If you watch Wrestle Kingdom, they rematched their pay-per-view from the last big Tokyo Dome show. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
With a different result, though, right? So, you know, not to go too much into New Japan, but might want to take a look at that booking idea. But I don't want it to be too predictable either, because the fans, I think, have already made up their mind what they think they're going to see. And they're not that happy with it either.
Right.
So, very interesting. But going through Raw, I liked the Neville Owens match. I liked Ambrose attacking after, you know, to slow Owens down after Owens started being a dick. Titus O'Neil defeats Stardust. Nobody really moves on from that. Becky Lynch defeats Charlotte in a legit one-on-one match with no help from anybody.
Which
well,
awesome.
Flair tried to cheat. He tried to cheat for Charlotte and it backfired, and Becky got the pin. Charlotte attacked Becky after the match, completed her heel turn. She has now reached heel level 4. Like, she's officially a heel.
Thank you, Lord, because I got tired of waiting. Sorry, just throwing it out there. I got tired of waiting. Like, just come on, Charlotte. Just bring it on and get it over with so that we can all see it.
Right.
I'm just saying. I just couldn't deal with the whole seesaw thing that was going on. It was like, is she a heel? Is she not a heel? You know, no, we saw it. We all saw it coming. You know, I was just waiting on it. Like, just attack Becky, get it over with, and let us all go on about our lives, knowing that you're a heel now. Just Jesus.
Right.
Sorry, I had a moment. I had a moment.
No, I mean, I understand. But Becky will probably take on Charlotte and that probably will roll up to WrestleMania. Hopefully we get Charlotte versus Sasha. Don't even know if that's going to happen right now, right?
Right.
Probably one of the most interesting segments were Ryack took on Big Show in a match. Now, you probably wonder, I say interesting because what the fuck would be interesting about Ryack versus Big Show?
Please explain. Like, I need you to explain.
It really wasn't a match. It was Wyatt showing up. Wyatt's beat up Ryack because they going to beat up the babyface. That's what they always do. Big Show was in the ring, and they rolled up on Show. And I got some questions about Braun Strowman and Big Show's height, because they look kind of eerily similar next to each other. And I don't know how big of a gap 6'8" and 7 feet are. I mean, I know it's only 3 inches, but it really didn't look like there was a 3-inch gap, or maybe the 6'8" guy looked even taller at some point.
Right. You would think so.
Right. So we can put that out there. Other than that, they overpowered the Big Show. Big Show could not do anything. Bray sat in the ring with his boys, and they celebrated and said, hey, things gonna change. Here's what I can see. I would like to see the Wyatt family dominate the Royal Rumble. I would like a part of that Rumble where, man, people just coming out and getting tossed out, because those 4 are in there. And Bray not even doing a lot of wrestling. Like, he's just sitting there chanting and talking while Strowman, Harper, you know what I mean, and Rowan are tossing people.
Right. Certainly being protected like he normally is, but at the same time, taking advantage of the situation.
Right, exactly.
So it did make an interesting. It definitely made the Rumble that much more interesting.
Right. I mean, they don't even have to win to be interesting, right?
Right.
Just not get squashed. Like, I would like them to hold court for a little bit in the Rumble where guys coming in and they just toss them as they come in, right?
Right.
Then they'll struggle with somebody, which then somebody else will come in and help, and somebody else, and then after a while it'll be a little bit more fair and it'll balance back out. But here's the thing. Roman Reigns' best Royal Rumble wasn't last year when he won. It was the year before, 2014, where he eliminated like 11 people. Kane's best Royal Rumble was, earlier in his career, right?
Right.
So I'm just saying, like, you don't have to win the Rumble to be dominant. You don't have to win it to have the best performance. It's helpful, but I think, they have to come out looking strong. Like, they really need to build the Wyatt family up coming out of this Royal Rumble, because they don't have anything.
No.
There's not a lot of gas in the tank. So they need to establish that going forward. Like I said, geez, 1999 is what's wrestling back. I'm trying to figure out how Stone Cold gonna get out of this one now.
Yeah, right, exactly. Will he prevail, or will Vince McMahon be too much for him? Come on, man. If y'all don't stop with this, I can't. Shut up. Shut up. Like, why, Jesus? But it's the truth. Oh my God. The fact that this is so hilariously accurate, I can't deal. I can't deal.
That's why I told you, if I hit Powerball, I'll buy my half of TNA, and we gonna fix this thing.
Hey, I'm with it. I'm just saying. Just let me pop up on a show every once in a while.
I hired Joe Ross to start Ring Time Pro Wrestling independently, and we get some TV, and start hiring some dudes, right?
Right. I
even have a tag team called Some Dudes. Like, you don't even go to their name. It's gonna be Some Dudes.
That is gonna be their name. Like, who are they? It's some dudes, man. We don't know. That's just pretty much how it's gonna go. Like, when they come out, it's gonna say on the screen, Some Dudes. Like, I'm like, what? Like, who are these people? I don't know who they are. Jim. I don't know. But it's gonna be a slobber knocker tonight. Some dudes. I'm like, come on, for real. Keith, I need you to give them a name. I don't have time for this.
Right.
I don't have time for this. Just why?
I don't know. But yeah. So, I mean, that was my problems with the E. They've made news this week because they have been following some internet rumors, and I'm going to talk a lot about that because I think it's very interesting of what they've done. Generally, big companies like them don't participate in the rumors, but I think they're very strong that they're going to get one guy out of the four that they're talking about.
Right.
And I think they're going to get that guy. It is going to be all about him. But crazy enough, it's went from 4 to 6 names now because there's 2 more names that's been added on. Mm-hmm. And we'll see how it all go. It's like they try to raid New Japan, which New Japan will not be left desolate, right?
Right.
They might have to pull some guys from Pro Wrestling Noah and stuff like that. It'd be interesting to see how Guido handles it. But I guess I'll go into it. So we reported a couple of weeks ago about the WWE possibly be interested in Nakamura, who I think has been unequivocally known my favorite wrestler right now. They're also interested in basically a big chunk of the Bullet Club, AJ Styles, and then Doc Gallows and Carl Anderson, who just lost the tag team titles Sunday.
Yeah. So
position looks kind of interesting, right?
Right.
So here's the thing. I think Nakamura's contract isn't up yet. I think they throw the kitchen sink and try to keep him home. Like, the idea of him running I think he's going to be the next main eventer with Okada. So I think I would be trying to keep him in Japan. And they got the money to do so, right?
Of course.
Could the lure of trying to do it on the WWE stage be too much for a lot of guys, and maybe they want to try it? I don't know. I don't have that answer. Right?
Right.
Also, I don't have the confidence that WWE may not fuck it up. But they need help, man. This roster is depleted. So, just trying to figure out who's going to go where. Hey, if you bring these guys over, they can't go to NXT.
Yeah.
They can't. There's no reason to waste that time down there. They need to be on the main roster. Also, it's kind of funny how with NXT, they haven't cycled anybody up. How long do you keep Samoa Joe developmental?
That's a good question. It's a great question, because it's not like people don't know who Samoa Joe is. You know, it's not like people don't know who Samoa Joe is. It's not like he doesn't have what it takes or he don't have it together. Like, come on, man. Like, it was one thing that he was in developmental in the first place, but I mean, now I just feel like it's just been too long. You know, don't keep holding him back. Y'all need to let him go. That's one person that needs to go to the main roster, like, immediately. Like, I need to see him in there, like, tomorrow. I'm just saying, like, it's just, and honestly, I didn't understand why he was in NXT in the first place, to tell the truth. Like, why they debuted him in NXT. I thought he would be, once he got signed on, I thought he would go to the main roster automatically, considering his experience and how long he's been in it and how his popularity. But that don't all work the way we all think it should. So, but it needs too soon, because this just getting plain ridiculous at this point.
Right. And like I said, we got to get past this heel authority figure thing, because it doesn't help anybody, right?
No.
We haven't got Roman over. Sheamus not getting over out of this. The league not getting over out of this, because guess what? They just like puppets.
Yeah.
And then when Roman came down the ring and beat all four of y'all ass, it really don't look like y'all are a dominant force in this wrestling we got going on, right?
Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense at all.
Right. So, anything else on WWE, Keish?
No, you know, I think that right now I'm good. I think I'm good right about now, because, oh, wait, we haven't gotten to the news yet, have we? Are we on that now? Are we doing it?
We could do a little bit of the news. What you got?
Okay, so I came home this morning. People know I get off at 5:30. So I get home, and Good Morning America's on, and all of a sudden, Michael Strahan's standing there with Roman Reigns, and the Bella Twins are outside, all with crowds. When was somebody going to tell me that they were on Good Morning America this morning? Okay? I just wanted to know. It was a WWE invasion on Good Morning America this morning. I was so hyped and excited, but then I ended up falling asleep, so I didn't even see what happened. But, yeah, that happened, and I was fairly excited about it. So that's all I want to throw in. I just couldn't hold it any longer. I had to get it out.
No, I'm going to tell you, honestly, that is very interesting. I'm going to tell you why. Their television partner, the people who pay them a shit ton of money right now, is NBC Universal. Hence, they generally do today. That's why John Cena did today back-to-back days, right?
Right.
They're generally always on today. Seth Rollins' interview with Matt Lauer after WrestleMania, yada yada. Everybody always goes to today. Good Morning America is an ABC affiliate, right?
Right.
Now they do have this new thing with Disney, and they're doing it because they do not with Disney necessarily per se, but with ESPN.
Right.
And maybe this is a side offshoot of that. I don't know. But I wonder how all TV partners involved feel about it. That would be something interesting to look at and try to understand. Because maybe they don't care. Maybe, hey, you can loan out individual talent to whatever, but the WWE is paid a lot of money to stock their bets with NBC Universal. Hence, Total Divas comes on Bravo TV. SmackDown is now moved to USA but was on Sci-Fi. Still, all owned by NBC Universal.
Right.
Okay. So, they have the thing going. I just thought, that is interesting. I didn't know they were going to be on Good Morning America. And I don't know if it was a surprise or in fact, I just don't watch Good Morning America. And
I usually catch it every day because I'm up that early. So I usually catch it just about every day. And I usually watch both hours. Sometimes only catch one, and all that. So when I seen it, I was like, wow. And I knew it was him because He's standing there with the title belt, you know, biggest day, and anybody knows who the Bella Twins are. I mean, come on, they're the Bella Twins. So I was thoroughly shocked by the whole situation, and I was just like, oh my God, they're on Good Morning America this morning. So standing there with Michael Strahan. I don't remember the specific reason why, but I do know that happened. So I had to throw that in there with everything else.
No doubt. Basically what we're going to do now is what we usually do about this time. We're going to take our break. This shit actually recorded this time. We're going to come back. We're going to do news, birthdays, as per usual.
Right.
Huge TNA week. Like, we're going to talk TNA. They made their debut on Pop TV, and I feel like they deserve some love. So I'm going to talk TNA, which is very uncharacteristic of what we usually do around here. And as if they keep showing up, we'll keep talking about them. Also, like I said, if I didn't say it earlier, because I probably said it in the first initial recording and it didn't get out, the New Japan report will be out Sunday, where I sit down and go through Wrestle Kingdom and the day following and all the shows and what the potential storylines could be now if some of those talents do leave for the WWE. And we'll go from there. And with that, Keish, you got anything to drop? Because we're going to go ahead and take this break.
No, I'm good. Let's roll into it.
Beach, Sarasota, Florida. Come on in. You're going to be defending against the Dragon, Ricky Steamboat. What's the cup for?
WrestleMania 3, Pontiac, Michigan. Yeah, 90,000 plus people watching right there. And this is Ricky the Dragon Steamboat's cup of coffee in the big time. Yeah, cup of coffee in the big time, because he'll never get closer than now. I am the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion, and I will remain the Intercontinental Heavyweight Champion. And George the Animal Steel on the outside will be no factor, yeah.
You say no factor. Obviously, he is a factor, or you wouldn't even brought it up.
Oh, wow. Mr. Sarcasm, yeah. I don't care if you got 23 wrestlers around the outside. It doesn't even matter, no, because I am ready, and I will not let this opportunity slip through my fingers. Cup of coffee, man, yeah. Man. Wow, man.
So, back on the other side of this show, and we're recording again. Thank you, Jesus. Sweet baby. 8 pounds, 11 ounce Jesus.
Okay. Just whatever.
Let's get to the birthdays that's going down this week. Today is January 7th. That means yesterday, Jacqueline celebrated a birthday. Other than that, there's nobody. Tomorrow, Friday, Luke Williams of the Bushwhacker will be celebrating the birthday.
Awesome.
Chris Masters, the Masterpiece, will be celebrating the birthday. Ty Grisham will be celebrating his birthday on Saturday. And on Sunday, Grandmaster Sexay and Tamina Snuka will both be celebrating birthdays.
Wow. Sorry. I don't know why I find that funny that they have the same birthday. I'm just retarded. I guess I'm just silly like that. Yeah, I need to laugh at that. Well, let me chill out. Let me calm down. A little out there. Let's hope you're a little out there.
So it's time for the news, right? So let's get news and notes. First things first, Keish. I think we touched on it, but we never really got official with it. John Cena is out.
Yeah. Didn't he just return? I'm just saying.
He returned, but he did not. He was not injured when he went out.
Yeah.
So when he went out originally, it was for him to do some work and film a TV show. That was done. He was back, and he's out. We're on street. He's headed to Birmingham, which means he's about to go see James Andrews. He's about to have shoulder surgery. So Life's full of setbacks. Never give up. That's what he said on Twitter.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he understands this perfectly. Man, that's probably why he said it, because Jesus, I mean, he just returned. He just got back. And he's already out again? That sucks. That sucks. Just donkey butt. It's awful. Sorry, I had to, yeah. This is awful.
Yeah. So, he's out. That's the other person out of the WrestleMania picture. That's somebody else that won't win the Royal Rumble. So, be prepared to see that go down. They was trying to work him a story with Del Rio, but that never got kicked off. It is going down, Keish. It is really crazy. Apparently, I was just looking around and with other things that's going on in the news. These Bullet Club rumors is crazy. I see the picture of Vince McMahon with a Bullet Club shirt on. Yeah. I had to put it up on the site. Finn Balor is starting to wear Bullet Club shirts.
Yes.
Maybe they just jumping on the bandwagon, right? Maybe they just people who late to the party. I don't know. But this is interesting. Also, James Storm is back at TNA. Apparently he did not sign with WWE and NXT. Word on the street is TNA offered him a very lucrative deal, and WWE was trying to get him to settle for about half of that. And really what was going to happen, they were trying to get him an NXT contract, which it would have been one of the higher NXT contracts because, of course, James Storm has experience, but he would have not got, until he went to the main roster, that's a whole other contract.
Right.
Why not just go where you're already on the main roster?
Exactly.
So,
I mean, I don't understand why you wouldn't either.
So, James Storm is back at TNA. Other than that, Keish, I really don't have a lot of news. Other than, what we talked about, WrestleMania, those guys being injured. Oh, another injury. Connor, part of the Ascension, out of there.
Wow.
Hurt. What you call it? Dirty did sign Tommaso Ciampa. He's officially signed. Daniel Bryan asked can he be cleared already, which that probably ain't gonna happen no time soon because ain't nobody trying to have blood on their hands.
Right.
So, that's not gonna happen. And I'm going down a list of things. I got a notice in my casting calls, Keish, that was very weird. Apparently WWE is looking to cast kids in their new movie being filmed in New Orleans. Like, that is actually a thing called Brothers in Blood. Starring Trey Songz. So
how
WWE
the hell
is producing a movie starring Trey Songz called Brothers in Blood. Basically, this is the synopsis. Brothers in Blood set in the mean street city where a recently released convict begins to take murderous revenge against childhood friends who he believes to fall victim for a crime they collectively committed. As the bodies start to pile up, one of his friends, Songz, now a cop, will stop at nothing to put an end to the rampage and right the wrongs of their violent past.
What?
Yeah.
He played a cop. Like,
yes.
Who allowed this to happen? Who said this was okay? I need some answers. And I need them right now. Like, who decided that this movie needed to happen in this order and in this way? Like, what are the kids going to be doing? Are they going to be playing the victims? Like, what is going on? I don't understand.
No. So that's actually happening. With that's about it, Keish, with the news. So let's talk TNA. Like, this is the most TNA we're going to talk in a long time. We haven't talked a lot of TNA since Bound for Glory. We very rarely cover Impact week to week, which, hey, we might start doing it again. They all pop and they start to look good. The better they do, the more we will talk about them.
Understand? Why not?
So let's look at it. Show opens up. EC3 takes on Lashley for part of the world title tournament. Beats Lashley with the help of Titus, like a lot of help from Titus.
Right.
This company goes as far as EC3 can carry him. Unequivocally, EC3's the man there.
Well, I can understand why. I mean, I seriously can. I can seriously understand why. He's awesome, in my personal opinion. Like, I never thought that he would be the one that could carry the company, but obviously that is the situation, and it's actually not a bad one, to tell the truth. So, but you're right. Like, he can only do so much. So I don't know what they'll do if something would have happened to him, but that's yet to be seen at this point.
But I mean, like I said, I think he's the future of the company. I think he will carry them as far as they'll let him take him. He got a good chip on his shoulder. He thinks he has people to prove wrong. The kid is talented. He's a good promo. I think he's going to work as a conniving heel for a while, and eventually they're going to love him to the point where he becomes a babyface. Matt Hardy got by Eric Young in the other semifinal match to set up their match at the end of the show. Keish, speaking of James Storm earlier, he came out to make a save on his former partner when Bram and his boy decided that they had some issues, and we got the reunion of Beer Money.
One of the greatest tag teams I've ever seen in my life, hands down. Just love them together. That is, not apart. I mean, I like them as single wrestlers too, but still, they're just awesome together.
Yeah, I think this could be big for them. I think it'll be a good, interesting tag team going forward. So, hey, let's see what happens.
Right.
Talented guys. And I mean, I think they can learn a lot. I think they can give a lot of influence to those younger tag teams, especially on the roster like the Wolves and stuff like that, who are also vets of the game, and you know what I mean?
Right.
So we'll see how that works out. The beautiful people show up, and they take on the Dollhouse. And I like their story because I watched the beautiful people, and I looked at the Dollhouse, and I saw, oh, these are up-and-comers.
Of course.
By Yim is over there as Jade. I didn't know that. Like, I haven't been watching Impact so long. I love being Yim. You know what I mean? Mm-hmm. So she was there as Jade, and they're wrestling. Angelina Love is pregnant, so she couldn't join in. So Gail Kim filled in for the beautiful people. And then Awesome Kong showed up, Keish.
Huh. Of course she did.
She laid waste to all the good guys, though. Apparently, she was being paid by the Dollhouse. I don't know. I don't know what's going on. But also Kong in this mix. So, you know, here's what I think. I think TNA did a good job. They hit the reset button, but they didn't go a hard reset. Like, right. There's still some of the things. There's just some wrinkles, but they didn't go too crazy. They put together a good 2-hour show. I was entertained, like, segment by segment. I really had no disdain for anything. Also, we saw the debut of Maria and Mike Bennett from ROH. They are now on Impact.
I am actually really shocked by that. Please don't ask me why, but I never would have thought I would have seen them on Impact, like, ever. Just, it's definitely something that I would have never guessed that they would do. To join TNA, like, it's like, seriously? That's, you know, personal opinion. I just can't believe that actually happened, so.
Right. Well, here's the thing. They have very successful run at ROH. They were really popular in Japan. But, hey, man, I think TNA rolled out the red carpet. They probably ponied up some more money. Because right now, they're trying to spend money. They can't spend their way out of what they started, but I think if they can get the right young talent, they could be a very good alternative. You know what I mean?
Right.
And I think the move to Tuesday was great. Because I was still in the mood to watch wrestling after Monday, despite the 3 hours of WWE it drained out of me. But because it's different and it's a totally different scenario, it felt fresher and it was easier for me to watch. Those 2 hours were a lot easier than hour 3 of a Raw.
Yeah, sometimes hour 3 of Raw can just be very difficult. Because then you're just, at that point, you're just kind of like, okay, get it over with. So, but I'm glad something made good for TV.
Right. But all like I said, TNA was good. EC3 took on Matt Hardy in the main event for the world title. Titus and Jeff left, and they left it 1-on-1, and EC3 won clean. He's the legit champ. Here's the thing, too. Somebody at TNA was smart enough to say, hey, our heel champ needs a clean win.
Exactly.
I think every heel champ needs to be able to win one clean every once in a while just to add credibility to what's going on.
Of course.
It can't always be bad guys lose, right? Because it's not realistic with the world concept.
Well, then they don't look credible. In my opinion, if you always have them winning in a dirty way, they don't look credible. You would never think that they're actual credibly, that they actually can hold their own as champions. I personally wouldn't want someone being my world champion and can't win a match on their own. That doesn't make sense to me.
Right.
Why are you holding a title? Like, if you always need help, then you need to sit down. Like, you need to take a back seat and let somebody hold the title, heel or not, let someone hold the title that can actually do this without having to have somebody jump in for them. It's necessary. It's always necessary. But that's just me digressing, of course.
No need of that. I mean, hey man, that's what we're here for. I expect big things to Impact in 2016. The one night only pay-per-view I probably won't watch Friday, but I'll probably try to pick it up somewhere later. Because I'm behind on wrestling already. I didn't watch NXT yesterday, which I'll probably watch tonight when I get done editing the show. I haven't watched SmackDown because when I got off work, I was preparing for this. Man, do you realize how many hours you're talking about trying to commit if you're trying to see everything? And Lucha Underground hasn't even started back up yet for season 2.
They should pay people to watch wrestling. That should be a job. I'm gonna suggest that. I'm just saying. I think that should be a job. I mean, Netflix pay people to watch Netflix. I'm still trying to get on with them to do that. That sounds awesome.
Okay.
But
how do you get paid to watch Netflix? I missed that.
Yes. Well, I actually found an article online. Netflix, I think in certain areas of the country, they actually pay people to watch certain things on Netflix. Like, they tell them what exactly to look at, and then they watch it, and then they give like descriptions and, you know, their own opinions and this, that, and the third. Like, there are people that get paid to watch Netflix. I need to be one of them. I'm just saying. I love Netflix. I love watching movies on Netflix. I watch shows on Netflix. I had a Netflix account since college. That's just how long I have been watching Netflix. Like, I've had Netflix when all they did was send you one DVD a month. Like, so, or they send you one DVD in your queue every time you get one, and then you send it back, and then you get another one. That's how long I've had Netflix. So, yeah. I need one of those jobs. So if anybody can tell me how I can get one of those jobs and how much they pay, please let me know. I will not relocate, but I think that it will be a great job to have because I love watching Netflix.
Yeah, I mean, who does not love Netflix? Netflix is a great place to learn a lot about a lot of stuff. It would definitely make you be in favor of legalizing marijuana. It would make you not want to eat any of the current food supply. And you will enjoy. Oh, F is for Family is funny as shit.
Right.
I'm a huge Bill Burr fan, and F is for Family, bruh, that's my show. I don't know why they only gave them 6 episodes. They should have gave them like 20. Other than that, like, now I'm struggling. Like I said, we had such a solid 35 minutes in that early opening segment, and now just fishing for straws. I'm trying to make sure we got everything covered. We talked about the inconsistencies of Big Show and Braun Strowman's height. Mm-hmm. We talked about 1998 being pissed about not having a wrestling.
All right.
I've discussed everybody being hurt in their grandmama. So 2016 not stop the bleeding.
Exactly.
Hurt. And I mean that's hurt the product also, big time, right? Like you just can't be like,
absolutely.
Oh wow, it's warm and all that. No, something. Hey man, the product just got hurt. Like it's bad. And I think a big part of it is just 3 hours on Monday night. I think that right there is brutal. It's easier to produce 2 hours worth of content. I mean, it's easy not to overexpose your talent.
Right. Exactly.
With the 2 hours of content. And this is the rant I went on earlier that probably had stretched out the early part of the previous recording, was that SmackDown's coming to USA, right?
Right.
Part of the change for 2016 in wrestling. They gotta give it. They gotta revamp it. They gotta redo that whole brand. The WWE has to retool SmackDown. SmackDown used to be an institution. When it was on network television, it was on the CW. Everybody had it. Sci-Fi, they did okay. Wasn't really world beaters. One thing that they had going forward in the earlier was the brand extension.
Right.
So with the different talents, the brand extension used to be very strict. Like SmackDown people only wrestled on SmackDown, Raw people wrestled on Raw. If somebody did come over or somebody got involved in something, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
And they saved it for bigger angles. Then all of a sudden they just got willy-nilly with it. Plus they had to keep producing those 3-hour Raw super shows. So to keep interest in people with 3 hours, they had to bring the SmackDown people over too.
Right.
And then what happened is they just decided to not do it anymore and not have the extension when they combine the titles. And then they just started watering down SmackDown. SmackDown just became a B show and a secondary facsimile to what you saw on Raw. So you might get similar matches, you might get similar, but for the most part, it was Raw setup or Raw light. You know what I mean? So main event is going to be Dean Ambrose versus Kevin Owens, where they would have been a mid-card on Raw. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like they wasn't treating SmackDown right, and they still not. I think it has to be your number 2 brand, and I think you might need to experiment with the brand extension again. 2 titles, 2 setups. Hey, do what you did last time. Feed Raw from SmackDown, because that's what they did, and that was one of the ultimate downfalls of SmackDown. Also, was that once you got over and got talented on SmackDown, they put you over to Raw. And I think they thought people were overloaded or whatever. So that didn't happen. I would think it would be better if same thing happened. You know what I mean?
Right.
Like, I just lost the whole train of thought right there. But, because it's late, Keish. It's late.
It's late. It is.
And we recorded so much. But like I said, we'll be back. I'll be back Sunday with my New Japan report. Now I'll go down and break down the Wrestle Kingdom and the New Year Days show. And also the future of those guys and what we think. Quiet as kept. Nobody has officially signed with WWE. Nobody's name is on paper.
Nobody. So please chill out with all the stuff about, oh my God, he signed with such and such. I'm sick of it. I don't want to see it anymore. Leave it alone.
Everybody's stalking. Everybody's sitting outside with their camera phone trying to get a picture, trying to catch somebody walking in. You know what I mean?
Right. Because it was just about a month ago or so where I seen a picture of supposedly Austin Aries going into a NXT show. Okay, people, let's just get this right. And I just want to make sure I put this out there. I'm pretty sure wrestlers are going to see the shows of other wrestling companies. Please, don't sit here and tell me this is not happening, okay? Now, they might, it might not happen, but I don't know how much it does happen. But if he was at an NXT show, I'm pretty sure he just went to enjoy the show. Let the man have his time where he can watch wrestling and be a wrestling fan without there being this rumor. Oh my God, he signed it with NXT. No. He probably was just there to see the show. Ended already. You know, it could have been some interest in it, and he probably was like, I don't want to do it. You know, whatever the case may be. But people are so quick to just like throw it out there, like, oh yeah. So we're going to see him on NXT next week. You're not. That's not going to happen anytime soon. I'm going to really need y'all to calm down. Like, I want to see, to tell the truth, I think at most times, I don't even want to see certain wrestlers in WWE at all. Like, just because of the simple fact that I'm afraid of where they're going to place them. Just like you stated earlier, AJ Styles and Nakamura and they don't need to be in NXT. They don't. And I'm afraid that if they were to try to sign on, that's exactly what they're going to do with them. Just like I didn't think Samoa Joe needed to be there. Just like I didn't think that when James Storm was there for a short period of time that he was there, he didn't need to be there. Like, it just seems to me like they just don't need to be in these places. It occurs, and you just don't want to really take that in as it is. Some things are just unacceptable, in my opinion. And that, to me, it would be unacceptable. So, just let it rest. Like, until it actually happens and we see a debut and everybody's surprised. Like, what happened to that? That used to be awesome. When we could actually be surprised and be like, oh my God, did that really just happen? And everybody's all in shock, and we all have a moment. Like, that needs to come back. I need that to return, because
that'd be hard with the internet.
Yeah, unfortunately, it is.
Everybody wants to give the cutting story. So
yeah, they want to be the first person to report it. I said it first. No, don't say it at all. Like, that's just my whole thing. Don't say it at all. Shut up. Like, everybody shut up. If everybody shut up at the same time, then we wouldn't have these issues. Like, just stop it. Irritating.
Tell them how you really feel, Keith.
I'm just saying.
So, with that, we're going to roll out. If you don't hear from me next week, it's because I hit the Powerball. Not sure if I've been playing. Just talking, right?
I'll still be here next week. I'll be here next week.
You don't know if I hit the Powerball, because I'll podcast 5 days a week. I ain't going to have nothing to do no more. I'm just going to be sitting here. For real. I'll be podcast watching WWE Network, just talking through it. Just having a good time. But with that,
yay! He's doing his own commentary.
Right.
I have issues.
We got like I said, we're gonna follow up Sunday with our New Japan show, and then we will be back next week, same time, same bat channel, talk about everything that's going on in the world of wrestling, and we're gonna holler at you later. Peace.
Bye.